here. It might be a tumor.
It's not a tumor.
The Film Lounge presents...
Spoiler-free movie review!
First you gotta do the truffle shuffle. Come on!
with Chris Gooch.
I'm the dude.
You're an interesting man, Mr. Scamander. Just like your suitcase, I think there's much more to you than meets the eye. Kicked out of Hogwarts for endangering human life with a beast.
Because the DC films are in struggle town, and that $2.3 billion juggernaut called Harry Potter hasn't been seen in cinemas for 5 years, it was only a matter of time before Warner Brothers turned its attention back to the world of wizards, muggles, and fantastical creatures. But, with all the books having been milked for every last penny they could, where do you go with such a series? You adapt the book within the book. Yep, that's right, it's Bookception. Or, as J.K. Rowling and David Yates would prefer you call it, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
First trip to America?
Yes. Must get that fixed.
Set in 1920s New York, we find Newt Scamander arriving by boat with a suitcase that makes the TARDIS feel claustrophobic. After a brief encounter with a nomad, the New York term for muggles, named Jacob Kowalski, some of the creatures in his fantastic suitcase are released and the world of wizards is threatened to be exposed.
You've known for 24 hours that an unregistered wizard set magical beasts loose in New York.
Yes.
Where is this man?
In between all this, we have wizard police, a Madam President, something going on with a newspaper owner and his aspiring sons, an abusive woman hell-bent on a witch hunt, and Ezra Miller doing his best creepy Crispin Glover from Charlie's Angels impression. The only thing that's missing is him pulling out Drew Barrymore's hair and sniffing on it while he jerks off. There's a lot going on, and not a lot of payoff. Most likely because we need to stretch out this new franchise for another 5 films. But how does it compare to the original Harry Potter series? The honest truth is, I can't answer that. I have no frame of reference because I'm one of the 7 people on this planet that have never watched a Harry Potter film and never read the books. I don't have anything against Harry Potter, I was just watching other films and reading other books whilst J.K. Rowling was dominating the world of film and literature. I know when my son is old enough to watch them, we'll get to enjoy them for the first time together. But, for now, all I can reference is the film in front of me. Look, the special effects are great, 90% of the time. The creature designs are imaginative, creative, and sometimes scary, and the 1920s New York is just beautifully recreated. The music is magical, each sequence is well choreographed and expertly shot and edited. You can't fault the mechanics behind the look and feel of this film. Plus, it manages to maintain a Chaplin-esque feel amongst all the blockbuster special effects.
So, you're the guy with the case full of monsters, huh?
Whose travels first?
Dan Fogler's Jacob Kowalski is a real highlight for the film, and you can be forgiven forgetting that this is the guy that gave us Balls of Fury. From his accent to the way he interacts with other characters to just his sheer mannerisms, he's easily my favourite character.
Hey, Mr. English guy, I think your egg is hatching.
A lot of the other supporting casts throughout are good. However, many of them are relegated to just standing there and staring intently. I mean, quite literally, if there isn't a promotional poster for a character, then don't expect them to utter a word. We have Colin Farrell and Ezra Miller in supporting roles that, although they are both good in, don't really feel like they truly fit with the rest of the film. We have some good turns from Catherine Waterston and Samantha Morton, along with Alison Sudol, who may be just a little too sexy for her role, if I'm being honest.
You prefer strudel, huh, honey? Strudel it is.
Then we have the lead, Eddie Redmayne. Yeah, look, your enjoyment of this film will be solely dependent on your tolerance for Eddie Redmayne, who gives a very Eddie Redmayne performance. He's interesting with his aloof mannerisms, to say the least. He looks like someone spray-painted skin onto him, putting it mildly, and he acts like a f***ing serial killer throughout most of the film if you ask for extremes. For me, he's just one step short of dragging a woman by the hair into a dark alleyway whilst holding a sonic screwdriver and doing his best/worst Tom Baker impression. Overall, the film has some good, exciting moments and kind of makes you yearn to be a kid again. It's easily 20 minutes too long, and with the news that Johnny Depp will be playing the villain in subsequent sequels, because nothing screams success like the biggest box office drawcard of 2006, we can only hope that this new series moves from strength to strength. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them gets 3 out of 5 stars. Or 3 out of 5 prayers that Johnny Depp doesn't Johnny Depp the villain role in this sequel.
Don't panic, but there's absolutely nothing to worry about.
I want to be a wizard.